Hey, what's up, everybody? Yeah, thought I'd give you a bit of a, believe it or not, Saturday morning vlog, if you will. Kind of let you know what's happening right now, and you know, kind of, just let you know what's going on. Well, it's kind of been an unusual week so far for my family, most importantly for my mom. Basically, this week has been unusual. This past Monday, you see, as I've told you before, my mom has a Monday and Wednesday class. So she pretty much goes to class Monday and Wednesday nights after school. Well, as we all know, the Giants won the World Series on Sunday. And ironically, her teacher the next morning emails the class and says, class is canceled. Now, she doesn't give, like I say, a specific reason, as I said before in the rant video. She doesn't give a specific reason as to why the class is canceled, okay? So my mom calls me up, tells me what's going on. She ends up coming home. And everything. She ends up coming home. And pretty much, she ends up coming home a little disappointed. I mean, one, she didn't call me like she usually does during lunch to check the emails and to call her back. So she can, with her yay or nay, if she should go to lunch. Go to class. So she doesn't call me or anything. She doesn't let me know. Yay or nay, excuse me, I don't know what I got looking like here. She just thinks she sees something, but anyway, she doesn't call me up to tell me to check so she can know, like I say, no, with a yay or nay, she has to go in. So I end up assuming she's going to class, right? I end up assuming she's going to class. Okay? But then I get a call, like I say, around 7, and I find out that she's not going to class because it got canceled. So she comes back, and basically, like I said, she just is a little disappointed that, she did her homework and everything and couldn't turn it in. So she basically, like I say, comes home. I know I'm saying that a lot. I'm sorry about that. She comes home, and then Wednesday she goes to class, and her teacher tells her, "Oh, by the way, all the papers the teacher basically tells her and the other students, all the papers you have done and dued in, if you will, have turned in, if you will, over the past, few weeks, or the past 2 months, I should say, 2.5 months." Basically, she's telling them all of a sudden that, oh, by the way, you need to get them all up on one paper. Yeah, she's basically telling the class that the 2 pages or 3 pages that they have typed the quiz, they've typed and created the quiz design on, the fill in the blank, the quiz design, which is the 2 multiple choices, to fill in the blanks, the short questions and the short answers to the questions. That basically, I don't know what my dog is doing here. She thinks she smells something. I don't know what she smells. But basically, Okay, I don't know what she was smelling. But basically, the teacher tells her, oh, by the way, tells her in the class, like I was trying to say before my dog distracted me. Basically, she tells them that all the quiz designs they had done on the Bolasan assignment, like I said, which consists of two multi-choice questions, two a fill in the blank. I think a three answer, or three question, or three fill in the blanks, three to four fill in the blank parts. Short questions, and then the modern answers to the short questions. Basically, all that, what she's telling them, all that needs to be put onto one page. Yeah. Now imagine your frustration if a teacher tells you, oh, by the way, you need to make it like this, and you're already almost halfway done with the class. Wouldn't that piss you off a little bit? Well, it upset my mom, but me and her pretty much figured it out, if you will. We pretty much figured out what needed to be done, and we took care of it. We took care of that. We pretty much figured what needed to be done, and we took care of it. Basically, what we need to do, because we use WordPad, is we had to go to the little paragraph icon right on top, and we had to basically go down to click on that, uncheck the 10-point spacing, and then click on what says left and go down to justified, and boom. Oh, and yeah, we also had to go to 1-inch spacing as well, 1-inch margin, whatever you call it, and boom, it all fit on one page. The multi-choice questions, fill in the whole quiz design, with the exception of the argument analysis. Now, again, we pretty much figured that out, so, that's taken care of. But wouldn't that kind of upset you, knowing that you put in all this hard work and all of a sudden your teacher tells you, oh, I can't really take that because it's not on one page? Wouldn't that upset you? Because you're used to doing it the way you were taught probably back in high school, or back in probably your first year of college, or even middle school. Wouldn't that upset you? I know it would upset me. But we figured it out, so that's the good thing. The only thing that we worry about is if this teacher will finally take it or not in the future. That's the only thing we're worried about right now, is whether or not this teacher will take it in the future. So that's the only thing. And also we found out that she does want the last 4 digits of the W login number, of the online login number. So that's about it. And again, if this teacher comes up with something else, I'll tell you, my mom is this close. She was telling me she's this close, and so is everybody else there, to reporting that teacher. She even said to me and my aunt and my uncle tonight that she was this close this past week, thinking if this teacher doesn't take my assignment the way I did it with the 2 pages, I'm going to be this close to talking to the dean. Because everybody's had it with that class. I mean, the teacher basically goes off on something else at times. I mean, they were doing the quiz, because she gives them a quiz every week. They were doing every other week, they were doing it, and she's just all of a sudden talking off the wall. You're not supposed to talk during a quiz. And my uncle, who was a student there, and also a bit of an instructor, teacher, knows this. So, anyway, besides that, on Thursday, I had the place to myself a little bit, and I was going to do a video. I'm probably going to do it in a little while. A review video, an episode review video, when all of a sudden my mom shows up about 10 minutes early, 20 minutes early, because usually it's around 5:30, 5:40, 45 she gets home. So she might have got off early. And basically that started off what is known as her 3-day weekend, because basically she requested tonight, or yesterday, because it's Saturday now, but yesterday she requested Friday off. And why? Well, one, she needed a moment to recharge, because everything she had gone through. I mean, everything. Everything from this class, to what she does at school, going back and forth from Patterson to Livermore, she needed a mental break. And that's what she got today. She got a mental break that she needed. And I, for one, was happy for her. But that wasn't all. You see, tonight we also went to a concert in Tracy, California with my aunt and uncle that I talked about at the Grande Theater. We went to go see the Sun Kings. I think you may have heard of them. A lot of you people may have heard of these people. One of the best, according to the announcer, the PA person there, one of the best tribute bands, if not the best tribute band in the country when it comes to the Beatles. So, that was pretty, and it was a good show. I mean, they even threw in some Bob Owens or something like that as well. But it was pretty good. It was a pretty cool show. I mean, this is like the third time I've seen them, third or fourth time I've seen them. So it's pretty good. And it shows how far they've come from the Main Street Brewery in Pleasanton, California, to where they are now. And they even go around the country. They go to places like Kentucky. Sometimes they go out of country, I think. But they're definitely well known. If you look them up on Google, you'll find them. They've even been talked about on the news. So yeah, we went to go see them tonight. And before we did that, we went to dinner at Golden Corral, got the 4 o'clock special. And then after that, we went to J.C. Penney's. And why did we go to J.C. Penney's? Well, my uncle wanted to return a cap. But instead, I ended up buying the cap off him for half of what he paid for it. Because it didn't fit him. Now, I don't know if it's because he didn't take out the cardboard in there or what. But the cap fits me perfectly, and believe it or not, that's right, it's the cap of the World Series champion San Francisco Giants, the ones they wore on the field and in the locker room when they won in Detroit. So yeah. Just getting it back in is a bitch. Yeah, forget it. I don't need to get it back in. I just need to keep it safe. Let me check my time here. But yeah, I ended up buying it off him for about $12 less than what he paid for it. But that's not all. We were there and I decided, you know what? I'm also going to get me something as well. Because my aunt got my mom one when she was there. And I figured, you know what? I'm not going to be left out. And instead of going online to get them, go to J.C. Penney's and boom. There you go. That's right. The World Series, the official World Series t-shirts that they also wore on the day they won the championship. I also bought myself a little shot glass, the official shot glass of the World Champions. So we did that as well. We did that again. Got the cap and everything. We did that. And then after that, we went back to the house for a little bit, watched a little bit of television, then went out for the concert at the Grande Theater. And then after Grande, went back to the house again. Went back to the house again. And then after that, we went out again late at night for a little dessert, for a little after our, consumption, if you will, a little after our eating or whatever. Yeah, but we went out for a little after our dessert. I guess you could say brunch, dinner, or whatever you want to call it, snacking, if you will. We went out for that. So, and we also bumped into my cousin who was coming back. Excuse me for a moment, I'll be